try to do 2 crews if we can.
Do you have one on Merton, like, up toward the other, that's not, it's like in the hundreds?
On the list,
Yeah.
our sidewalks,
Yeah.
it's probably on there.
Okay.
I don't have
There's-
one. I have it.
2 wooden posts with red ribbon tied on it, supposedly it's been like that for a
So-
year.
That's Kevin Mett's. Kevin Met had a water line issue,
Oh.
so they dug up the
Oh,
water,
that's-
and Kevin's being stubborn about putting
Oh, okay.
sidewalk
So,
back back in.
yeah, they need to put that back in.
So
That
that
was
was,
him,
I'll
his
get
own
Will,
doing.
I'll get
Okay.
Will on that one.
Oh, so he did the
He
work
did-
himself?
Yes.
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
they
Kevin.
removed,
I
they
did
got the
hear
permit to
the
remove the sidewalk.
The
and
name
they're supposed to
Kevin, but they
replace it.
didn't know what his last name
Kevin
was,
Met.
so.
Alright.
And I said, I can bring it up, but they're not working on sidewalks right now, they're doing roads.
Yep, last fall, he dug up his whole water line.
Yeah, they said it's been almost a year, and it's pretty big, they gotta walk around it and walk in the yards and stuff.
I talked to Will in the morning. Let's see, I got a meeting with the nation on the 22nd in Hunt on the Titus Creek project. I think there's gonna be a lot of discussion about tree replacement. You gotta put 2 in for everyone you remove. But that's falling under grant funding, so that's not anything we have to financially worry about.
This for the culvert on,
For the, yeah, the Titus Creek culvert on Front Avenue. Yeah, Ridge. I got a meeting on Thursday with Lakeshore. They've been dropping the ball on this, basketball tennis court project. I think I called them 3 times. The
You're
first-
busy with Washington Street.
Well,
I'm just kidding, there's other crews too, but.
So,
Tennis.
well, you know, what I didn't know is that Blake is one of the big bosses and controls a lot of that, so, and he's on the Washington Street project, but anyway, one of the guys that did the quote left. So I talked to another guy that was involved in the quote. He tried to explain to me about asphalt pricing. I understand there's gonna be a fluctuation in asphalt prices, so it may go up a little bit with the oil prices. Understandable, and then he tried to bring up labor, a discrepancy or a mistake they made with the labor rate. I says, that's not my problem. I says, I'm not going back to council and explaining that you screwed up and now we gotta pay more in labor. So, after I talked to, that was Brian, I talked to Blake, and, we're not gonna have any issues there. So we're good.
The nation did bring that up today at the council meeting, what was going on with Sycamore Park. And I told them the same thing you just,
Yep.
because you had already told me that.
Yeah, I've been at Tracy's office and I see something laying on her desk and I'm like, shit, I gotta
Yeah,
call
that's
them,
what's
call them right
sitting there,
now.
sitting on top of my pile.
I've
They
been at
would-
the mayor's office,
Angie would like a copy of how you put the bid out and what they're actually going to do at
oh,
Sycamore.
okay, yeah,
If you
I'll get a
would.
quote,
Yeah, cause it explains what they're actually doing, right?
okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
Thank you.
It does.
I see
So who
Charles,
wanted that, Andy?
Angie Kennedy asked for it.
I see Charles was working on the dog building.
The dog building, so we are removing the current studding that's on the wall. We're saving what we can reuse. We have to do plumbing, which has to be done by, a certified plumber. So, we moved into that, and we'll go with that. So I got a quote from, Crosby's.
we can't do it ourselves.
Something with it has to be certified, you have to be certified, and then it has to be inspected for the plumbing. The rest of it I'm gonna do myself. The electrical we can do ourselves, the framing, all that stuff we can do ourselves. The plumbing, for whatever reason, has to be certified.
Because it has to do with the sewer, I think, it's a big part of it, right?
Yeah.
And probably the fixture stuff. they
I'm
do.
learning something
It's
new.
the underground stuff that they have.
Do you know there's so dog feces is different than human feces.
Of course.
Well,
So,
cause that was brought up about part of the plumbing. I didn't realize that there was some other things that had to have been done, but luckily, the amount of dogs that we're gonna keep in there is not gonna affect that. something with the bacteria or whatever, and the hairs get into it, and so, but yeah, the way it was explained to me is it had to be certified, otherwise we'd have done it. So, I got a quote from Crosby. Now, my way of, to help keeping costs down was, we paid for all materials.
Yeah, BPU did that for their rehab on that plant.
Just pay them for their labor,
Yeah.
okay? And we can separate this out and not pay it all at one time. The total is $17,100 for everything that has to be done.
And that'll meet the long-term goals.
That's what I'm being told, yes.
And that's with the labor or without?
That's
I mean, just
the
the-
labor.
just labor.
That's
Okay.
just the labor.
Okay.
The parts and all that is just gonna be something that we'll purchase. And we do have a capital project line, so we can keep track of everything that we're spending on that building. So if you guys are good with that, what I'll do is, like I said, I'll just break it down, and we'll do some, pay it, do some and pay it, and do some and pay it. You guys good with that?
So you guys are accepting the quote of 17,100?
Yeah.
With paying in increments of,
I know, who's making a motion?
I will.
I'll second it.
basically paying increments of $4,500. However it goes.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think as long as you keep track of it, if down the road any grant funding from the state for this thing, maybe we can get some money back.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I have Charles and Ryan working on that. They're gonna start tearing the floor out tomorrow. Because everything's gotta go in ground.
Yeah.
It's cheaper for us to go in there and tear the stuff out.
Cause there's no basement.
Right?
You can't run the plumbing in the basement, there is no basement.
We have to put drains in the floor,
Mhm.
so. Let's see, I don't know if you guys noticed, there's a puddle on Main Street where they just redid the road. So I got a hold of, Hunt Engineering. Amherst is gonna be here Friday to find out what's going on, why there's, in between two drains, there's a big puddle. So something dropped, something settled, so they'll be out, investigating.
Drains road.
What's that?
Either that or the drains road.
Yeah. Right where that building got tore down?
Yep.
Mm-hmm, yep,
Mhm.
that's why.
Hmm.
Something shifted.
Yeah.
Maybe the other two are getting ready to collapse.
No.
Yeah.
So they're gonna come out with an investigating, proposal solution to get it fixed. Are you guys happy with the job otherwise? Main Street's a lot nicer to drive on, they're in front of the mall. Wildwood, I don't remember it being that nice.
That looks nice.
Since the last time I was done.
Washington Street's moving right along, they're working on some drainage things.
Been down there a few times.
You know? We did a roof, we had to do a roof repair over the fire department. We're gonna start using a different roofing company, somebody that responds a lot quicker than Trumco does. So we are switching gears and using, Jamestown Roofing. I think they're less expensive and better, turnaround time. So, just seemed like every time I call Trumco, it takes 3 weeks just to get in contact with somebody. And then it would take another 2 or 3 weeks for them to come out and do the project, so. Jamestown Roofing, we call them, they respond the same day, and within a week, they're out looking at what we're asking them to look at, so.
And are they the ones that are part of the youth center roof?
Yes, yeah, they're part of that, correct?
Oh,
Yeah, they're working in conjunction with Garland, who is also highly responsive and very, once, you know, any needs that we have, they're here, like the guy drives down from Buffalo in a heartbeat, so they're doing a really nice job with that, so.
I did have a question, there's the mural, do you have a time frame? I couldn't remember what it's.
The theater?
Yeah,
They're gonna start the first part of July, like the first week, so they would
I
like
just wanna make
that.
sure we get that power walk.
Yeah, they just want that planned by the end of June.
the basketball, but I had no playground.
Yes, they've been being open, we